Hey, y'all, watch this.
Wait, we got to start the podcast before we talk?
Yeah.
This is going to be great inlet.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Jersey String Band Podcast. I'm your host, Alex.
I'm Captain Pat Walton.
And our guest is...
Pat Tummillo from the north.
From the north. Still Jersey.
Still Jersey. Always Jersey.
All right.
Yeah, you come from far north.
So, you have an interesting story of how you got into this.
I do, yes.
Would you like to explain to the world?
Okay, so it all began a long time ago as a child admiring the mummer groups and playing saxophone my whole life. It was one of those things that drew me to it. And randomly, when we did Clown Town Rodeo,
My
with
first year as
Broomall,
captain. Yep.
my wife had seen a calling for people to come down because they needed people in suits. And she's like, you should do this. And I'm like, I should do this. So I got in the car, brought my horn, drove down to National Park, got the music, got the suit, learned the drill that morning a little bit. I stayed in the back, and I've been doing it since.
We're talking January 1st.
Yes.
Literally joined on January 1st.
Literally joined January 1st
Yes.
in a suit and has not looked back since.
And when I got there, I had my Barry with me. They gave me the bass to play, which I've never played the bass before. So that was awesome.
Yes.
So I took to that too and I loved it. But that was the thing. I got the music, got the horn, got the suit, learned the drill. Out to Philly we go.
And just so everybody knows, how far did you drive that morning not knowing if you were going to actually be able to do it?
It's about a 2.5 hour drive from there.
Yeah. 2.5 hours north.
Yes.
Delaware
south.
River.
He drove south.
Well, no. You lived. He lives 2.5 hours north of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're talking like Delaware Gap, that
Yep.
area there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Water Gap.
Yeah.
Warren County.
The Warren
Where
County.
is that?
It's up there, up in North Jabumba.
I know. I tried showing you guys the map of actually where I am at.
Yeah.
Oh no! Everybody
we were the
now
eyeball.
knows where you're at because we came up there and did that. We did that St. Patrick's
In
Day
Newton,
parade.
yeah.
We did the 2.5 hours up for a 15-minute parade.
That was fun, though.
Which
And
is
it was a
mostly downhill.
great. It was a man. If it was the other way around, I don't know if we would have made it up that hill.
No, not at all.
That hill. I mean, you're standing at you're standing on an angle going down that
Oh yeah,
hill.
sure.
Ooh, that was fun. It was a great parade. I loved it. There was tons of people. So
Yeah.
many people.
A lot of good feedback. They loved
Yeah.
it up there too. They don't get that too much up the north side, so they were
Yeah,
just
it's always fun to bring that up there.
It's always great. Great photo of me too. They sent me that great photo of me.
Yeah, I use it.
You
every
use
now
it
and then.
all the time. It was
Yeah.
just when my head cracked back, mouth wide open with a giant smile,
Catching flies.
arms out. Yep. Just need a lily pad.
So you've obviously been playing the saxophone for quite some time. How long and how did you get into playing the saxophone?
All right, so my older brother started playing trumpet in the 4th grade. When he started playing, I started dibbling with saxophone in the 3rd grade. Even though there was no band, I still started playing around. My father was a longtime music educator in the high school level, so you're kind of born with an instrument in your lap. I chose the saxophone, and I stayed with it ever since. Played all through school and through college, and then continued afterwards.
And just the same, what kind of saxophone? Like,
I started on alto,
Okay.
and then in middle school I switched to baritone because we didn't have any baritone players, and they had a baritone there. So I said, "Let me try it, sure." and then I played the bottom end and stuck with that all through high school, the rest of middle school, and into college. I started as a music ed major when I went to college first, and that didn't work out too well. So
things happen.
things happen, but I got my head back on and finished school and continued to play all throughout.
Awesome. And this isn't your only group that you're involved with, right?
No, I have a sax quartet. I play baritone. I'm in a jazz group. I play alto. I'm in a community group. I play alto. And I just started with a rock group, actually,
Oh, nice.
which is awesome. They're called Scoot On Down. They're a lot of fun. And I play tenor in that group. So
Now the rock group, is that something like weddings and stuff like that, or is that just like for
yes,
community and
both.
stuff?
A little bit of everything. They don't play out that much, which is fine because it's
It's a
awesome. It's awesome when they get together because they're a great group of people, and it's just nice to be part of it. There's a funny thing with that too because it all started in Jefferson, where my dad was a teacher. The original band members were all from the high school, got together as adults, and my dad was one of the first horn players in the group. Started as a Chicago-driven band, so more horn stuff, classic rock, and it continues that way. And some of the members are still there from the Jefferson area. Some are not.
I always like horns and rock music. I mean, that's the classic rock. I mean,
Yeah.
I listen to that all day. Classic rock, I listen to all day at work. So, and you hear the bands that have it all day. I mean, so many great bands with music. And
Since you
horns.
play all these different kind of saxophones, do you ever forget like you're playing a certain one that you're supposed to be playing tenor, but do you ever? Is there any kind of what's the big difference between them?
Only like improving. When you're improving and the pitch is different because it's the key of B flat or E flat. That's the only difference mainly. If you're transposing on the fly and I'm reading an alto part, I have to transpose it to B flat, so I have to change the key, change the accidentals and so forth. But other than that, no, it's I'm very good musically reading.
You are very, very good at sight reading because there has been times that we've shown up with a job and like, we don't have a tenor.
Yeah.
Do you? Which one? He goes, well, I got my tenor. I'm like, oh, perfect.
See, so that versatility is good and bad sometimes.
Yeah, so, and also like the alto, you have more of the main lines.
Yeah.
Tenor has some of the main, some of the backing,
Yep.
and the bary's all the bottom ends.
Yep.
No main lines. So there's a difference in the way you play them because of what
Yeah.
you're playing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
I'm always excited to see it because we know that we're gonna get that
You have an energy.
that bottom. Yeah, it's different. It is different,
You are
and it's highly noticeable.
you are
you're not there,
very, very good at playing Barry.
Thank you.
And
A lot of you.
yeah,
work.
that no, it's a skill that you have to be able to have. And with us being a small band, we're limited on our horns. And when you only have two horns that take our bottom, and our two horns are both Barry players, we're extremely lucky to have two very strong.
Yeah,
Barrys.
Connie holds it down.
Yeah.
For all you kids out there, practice.
Yes.
Practice.
And all you adults out there too, when you have time, practice.
Yeah. Don't just pick up your horn on the day of rehearsal.
Yeah, and especially if you're playing a cane reed that's all warped. It's not the best.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go into some of the normal questions I ask, the boring questions.
I'm excited. Wait, hang on.
Oh yeah. We gotta pull the shirt. Yes.
Here you go, Crash. How many is that? All right. Lost my train of thought.
Hey, we're having
I was
fun.
too busy,
That's all that matters. Got to fix your shirt to make it look nice. Pull
Well-
out here, pull here. It all works out good.
All right.
Fluff it up.
All right. Well, that's a good excuse.
Yeah. The nervous twitch has nothing to do with it.
Anyhow, favorite song that you like to play? Play Mum's song. How about favorite Mum song?
I like Cotton Candy and Bedelia are my two favorites. Bedelia because that low A.
To play, right?
Oh yeah, sure. To play, yeah.
And hear and listen and
All of them. I don't really have a particular one.
yeah.
There's an energy.
Is there
about
one
it.
that like they call out and you're like, oh yeah, that's okay, good, finally. Or,
Those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We've played a lot of Cotton Candy over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it just has that one little section in the middle. It's going
Yeah.
da-bum-ba-da-da-dum. And when it hits that, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite parade?
Cape May, definitely.
Well, you're a frequent to Cape May.
Frequent to Cape May. I just love the crowds and the energy, and it's nonstop from the beginning to the end. People just 3, 4, 5 deep, enjoying it, loving it. It's a long parade. We're usually at the beginning, so usually when that happens, I'm walking back at the end, and it's nice to just get photos and just meet people and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat usually will meet us at Cape May.
That's a
That's one of
3-hour
your
ride.
That's one of your vacation spots too, right?
Yeah, but it always happens on the first Saturday in December.
Yes.
And my community group has their Christmas concert the first Saturday in December. So in the morning I'm doing that, and then I'm trying to get in the car to get rushed down before they close the bridge, before they close all the traffic down. And I usually make it. One time I barely made it, and I had to run to catch up to the parade.
Oh yeah, I
In
remember
full
that.
suit.
Yeah.
And the bass was in the back of the truck at the time, so I just jumped on, hooked, and then joined
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
The best part though about that parade, especially with you, is because one, you enjoy walking back because you have a good time walking back, and the photos of you and the crowd walking back is hilarious. I mean, we always offer to give you a ride back, but you go, no, I'm going to walk.
No, he's walking. He wants the
walks
photos.
because he wants the photo ops.
Be a ham for that. Sure.
Oh, you're awesome. But there's those photos, the day after the parade. Oh, look where Pat was there. Look, look, Pat was there. Look, there's more pictures of Pat.
Yeah, it's nice too to see Frank Scott. He's a cameraman down in Cape May, and he's the one that does all the good professional photos. He takes phenomenal pictures of everybody, and it's always nice to see him down there.
We ought to give him a handful of cards when he walks back. Here.
There you go.
Here's
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. Here, we'll come down to your party.
favorite theme that you've been a part of.
I like the masquerade just because it was a lot to do. Like, it was a big production, and it was also a very nice moment with Mr. Broomall there getting his last parade down Broad Street.
All captains.
Yeah,
That could be there,
and
except for one.
that was cool because it was just it seemed like it was just such a big production. There was a lot going on. The dancers were crazy with their costumes in front of everybody. The costumes were cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was just a really cool high energy type of production.
Emotional one, too.
Yeah. And not knowing them as long as y'all have and as long as everybody else has, I still, even though there was only 3 years worth of working with them, I still felt like part of the family. And that's why when Jersey started, obviously, we're sticking here because that's the family.
Yeah, I mean, family atmosphere is exactly what we push, and that's...
I mean, it's everybody, minus the Broomalls, really.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're still there rooting us on.
And we've had a few pass on, but
Yeah.
but we've also added to the family.
we've also added.
And our family's constantly growing, constantly changing. So, but it's a nice, that's family first atmosphere.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So along with that, what's your favorite suit that you ever worn?
The one with the roses on the back.
Oh.
When we did the Mardi Gras at Xfinity Live,
Yeah, yes.
the Mummers Mardi Gras, that suit.
Yeah, that was the
That
suit.
was that
That was
year.
our first year with that was our first performance with Jersey. We did that nature
what-
theme.
Yes.
Say it. What in?
What incarnation?
What incarnation?
I think it was your theme title, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was your theme title.
One carnation. You said it really down there.
Yeah.
But no, that suit was awesome. Just
Heavy?
Super heavy. The hat was crazy. Just not very breathable at all. But it didn't matter when you're in 0 degrees on Broad Street and you're using a suit because I had a big coat on.
Speaking of 0 degrees, remember the baby's year?
Oh yeah,
I remember we were standing behind the bus, but getting warmed by the
Exhaust
by the
pipe.
exhaust pipes.
it worked. It was effective.
It might not have been good for brain cells, but it
Might not
worked
have
for
been
keeping us
probably
warm.
lost a few here and there, but
Well, we had our masks on at that point too.
Yes.
But no, that the exhaust pipe worked. Being off the bus the whole time worked too.
Yeah, you
'Cause my
stayed
body
off.
was
You stayed
adjusted.
off the bus the whole time. I made the mistake of going on the bus and coming off.
yeah, I was
And
off
I
and
didn't
on.
get warm until we got to the judging area.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then after we got done the performance, the adrenaline was running, and I was back up to temperature. But that whole day, I was just after I got off that bus.
And the pads just kept freezing on the horn.
Yeah.
It didn't get too bad at the beginning because it was just blowing a lot of hot air through it, using the exhaust to warm up the horn. But when we got up to do the show, there was a couple of keys that weren't working, and I had to flick your fingers underneath to try and get it open. It's because it was so.
The same thing with like my strings. I couldn't keep. It was just. I wind up just having my mitten over my hand, and I just
can't feel anything.
I just pushed pressure against the neck, and I just strummed. I didn't even move my hand. I I think I might have moved my hand for to make it look good.
Yeah.
But I was literally just like this up and down because for one I couldn't feel anything.
You can't move your fingers.
Two, it was like ding 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 ding. So,
Yeah.
but
We do crazy things.
Hey, we made it. We survived. We made it work.
But and then you get the days that are like 30, 40 degrees out and sunny.
50. Remember,
Yeah.
it was 50 a couple years ago.
Windy is
Yeah.
all those buildings.
How do you like this weather? I don't. It's too warm.
Yeah,
I think I said that in the interview.
I'm more tropical. I like tropical.
I'm sitting there sucking wind. That was the 20. That was 22. That was for when we did the beach theme.
Fitting.
Yeah, fitting.
The right theme for that weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing because
What? Yeah.
there were shorts. People have shorts on that.
Yeah, we had shorts on and that, and it was like.
I'm glad this year it was because all I had was socks.
Oh yeah, right. With the pirates.
I just remember that whole year prepping up for that beach theme that we're like, it's outside. It was 30 degrees every rehearsal.
Yeah,
and you see your breath and you're cold, and everybody's like, it's so cold. I'm like, what do you think New Year's is going to be? Then New Year's comes around, it's 50 or 60 degrees. It's like, oh.
That was too hot.
Yeah, you're sweating.
You're sweating before you move.
Right.
Because it's like, because you're in full suit at that point. It's just like, oh.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the joys of it. I'd rather have that than 7 degrees.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
you have been a big part of our drill the past, I guess, our whole existence as drill director.
That's right. I do my best.
Yeah, you do your best. Explain what goes into your thought process of like starting and to map out what the drill might be.
For me, it starts with the music. And in order to see a vision, you have to hear what you're working with. After that, it's going to the costumes or how the arrangement is in respects to the pit band, the instruments, the dancers, whatnot. And I take them and I separate them and I bring them in. So anytime I'm putting the drill down on paper, I'm visualizing those people and those parts playing that music. That's essentially how it goes together. And I always leave the last page blank, because you never know how it's going to end until you know how it's already been gotten to that point.
Because how many times you edit it? How many times?
Oh, a lot. A lot. Well, 1, because numbers.
Yeah.
2, because of experience. 3, because
there might be
important
some
parts
issues
that come out.
Yeah.
4, there's props that are in, dancing stuff. So sometimes you have to open it up more and you make little adjustments. Yeah, that's about it. The most stressful part is presenting it.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, the most stressful part is repeating what you've taught beforehand.
Or teaching it.
And teaching it. And it's understandable that not everybody can get here at all the times that we are doing the rehearsals. But when they are, they should be expected to be paying attention a little bit better. Some have it, some need extra help. And I love the fact that people that do get it help out the others that can't get it.
it's also very hard sometimes to take a picture or vision you have up here and explain it to somebody else so that it makes sense to them.
Yeah, sure.
You might explain it in a way that makes sense to you, but when you talk to them, you might as well be talking another language because it doesn't mean anything to them. And you're looking at the entire performance. Mm-hmm. And I remember, for example, when we did when we had the cards. Mm-hmm. With the casino, everybody was a different card. Mm-hmm. And we did that crossing at the beginning, and we're shuffling the deck. Mm-hmm. Why do we do? You just do it. Yeah. We're shuffling it. It don't make any sense. And then once we got everybody there, and everybody's in costume, everybody sees all the cards. You're like, oh, well, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Just trust the vision and go. And sometimes it's hard because you know what it's supposed to look like at the end, and they're just one piece in it.
Yeah, and following the storyline and making adjustments in that respect too is some leniency and creativity.
Yeah.
But it's like you said though, it's like I see my vision down on paper. My negative is that not everybody else sees that on paper. Mm-hmm. And as we discussed, we really have to do more of the sharing visually, so everybody's on board with what their respective parts are. So,
yeah, it's not always the easiest. It's hard to make sure. I mean, because realistically, you're controlling what 35 people are doing, mm-hmm. or 38 or whatever the number happens to be. A minimum of 35 people. For 4.5 minutes. You're controlling every motion that their body's doing for 4.5 minutes.
And it's a lot of movement.
And that's a lot to get done. And you have to make sure that everybody understands it. Mm. And that's hard.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice.
Especially with the banjos. I know we've had some talks.
Sure.
It's kind of really hard to
repeat.
So I've, past couple of years, you've been gracious enough to give me kind of control of them a little bit. So,
which I appreciate.
So I figure I'd take something off you.
Well, that takes a big number off of them. That's
but if I could
it's
be
a separate line.
If I could be some sort of, because I'm going to be here all the time. Mm-hmm. If I could take control of the banjo session, because really, we're just kind of fillers in a way. Not that we're not important, but
no, but like. It's all about how you got to use the banjos for different things. So we've used the banjos before as a curtain. We've used them. I mean,
with the back.
Every band does it differently. Mm-hmm. Some bands you'll see the banjo player come out, play a 45-second solo, and then they don't have banjos the rest of the time, and they're dancers, or they're now a prop, or they're now a costume performer doing something different. So there's always different things you can do. And our banjo players, we don't do it that way. We keep them involved the whole show. So we use them as a moving curtain. We move them to shuffle people around. And sometimes it's difficult to make sure that they're all on the same page.
Yeah, and that's why it's always nice to have a line leader.
Yes.
And in all respects, every group should have their leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think progression from when I started doing drill to now, it makes a lot more sense. Yeah. And it looks like it's more developed in ways that transitions are smoother.
But that's also, you're learning, because
correct.
When was the first time you did it?
The first time I did it.
Exactly. So it's the first time I was captain was the first time I was captain. It's just what it was.
Yep.
So until you do it, and then you got to learn what works, what doesn't work, what's easy, what's not, and go from there. And this year we made some changes. We got some people coming in to help us with that to make it easier for everybody. Mm-hmm. Because easy, less stress, because it gets very stressful for you. It's very stressful for me.
For everybody.
And we get stressed, and then everybody else gets stressed. And it's not what we want. It makes it, it's work, but we want it to be fun at the same time.
Sure.
Because if you're having fun, the judges know.
Mm-hmm.
If you're stressed and I gotta get here, you're gonna look like
a robot. Right. Well, I also, it's hard too, because with presenting the entire show, I don't get to be part of the show through all the rehearsals, and I'm trying to put myself in there the last week or so.
That was going to be another question.
I'm sorry, I keep stealing.
No, you're fine.
No.
It's a good segue now.
It's a good conversation. That's the point of this.
Pat, they call this a segue.
Oh, a segue. Isn't that thing you ride?
No, that goes off cliffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like the crater.
Is it?
Hold on, let's get that segue right back.
There has been times I'm like, he's up there, but how does he know where he's supposed to be? but somehow you when the performance happens, I don't think I ever see you in your spot unless it's like one of our last practice performance, or even on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you figure that all out?
Backwards.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at everybody.
Yeah.
And they're going left. And then when I join them, I'm going right.
Yeah.
Because I'm going the opposite way. So, but it is part of that, putting it all together, is focusing on where I am and knowing where I am. The part that's tough with that is a lot of the movements, I'm leading the line. And when I'm not there to rehearse it, I'm not leading the line, you know. But it does say for like a week or a week and a half before the show is when I'm in there working on that part.
That's got to be nerve-wracking.
It is. It's tough. But left is left and right is right, and you got to move when you got to move.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the goal this year is to make it easier for everybody. So hopefully it works out.
Easy.
Hopefully it works out. Best laid plans are always yet to be seen.
Naturally.
Yeah,
Well, having extra help is always good.
Yes. So that's the goal this year, and then we'll.
Extra insight.
You've done amazing with going for. I mean, I going back to that card shuffle. I think that card shuffle was such a cool idea. I didn't even think of that, and that was so cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really cool effect. That maybe I don't know if it got overlooked or seen or not, but it was a nice shuffling of the deck. So,
and I'm just upset because not about the performance, but almost every year there's a part where the banjos come up to the front, and there's never any picture of me up there. It's nothing has to do with you. It's just whoever's taking that photo up front. There's never a picture of me ever up there.
Well, they get the memo before we go out.
it's that $20 memo, right?
Yeah.
Do not take pictures of this banjo guy.
But I do like
They never miss me for some reason.
Wow. It's obvious.
They never miss you either.
Well, sometimes.
Anyway, we're not talking about you.
Let's get back to the main subject.
Hold on.
Why
About
is
me.
Alex not exposed?
Talking about me. But yeah, I do enjoy the band. So if we can have another one of them this year, that'd be.
I have a feeling that there'll be a lot of photos of me and Chris this year.
Yeah. Shh.
Hopefully you'll get something.
We'll see.
I bet he will. Just from the conversation earlier, I'm sure he will. There'll be some exposure.
Oh yeah. Not too much exposure.
In a good way. I want to get arrested.
Exposure in color.
Imagination. SpongeBob SquarePants.
There you go.
That was horrible, SpongeBob.
That's my SpongeBob.
That was good. Don't listen to him.
Oh, Patrick.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello? Patrick. We got our three Pats.
Squidward,
We got three Pats here tonight.
That's why St. Patty's Day is always nice.
Oh, it's our day.
I like to pick when
We're always in green.
Oh yeah, I superimposed the green.
That was awesome. Was that Delaware? Was that
Well,
Delaware?
Wilmington.
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
That picture came out awesome.
That was funny when we did that one. That was good because it was just all three of us separate, and we just put it right together.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Because I think like the year before I took different pictures of you and put them in like a little collage thing.
It's magical.
But
he loves us.
Yes, he's jealous of Patrick.
No.
You could be Patrick too.
I don't want to be.
He's the baby. He got everything.
I didn't get everything.
The struggle is real. The baby struggle.
Anyhow. Forgot where I was going to go with this.
Let's reel it back in.
So Godzilla, have you seen it yet?
Oh, Godzilla. We got to have Eric up here then to talk about the Godzilla.
Godzilla -1 is worth it. I promise you. Watch it.
You hear that, everyone?
Watch it.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all, but it's just,
It's on Netflix, right?
yeah.
Probably never going to watch it.
I've watched it 3 times already.
That's enough for all of us then. Watched it for me. Watched it.
I
for
might
you.
watch it again tonight when I get home.
Extra credit.
It is so good.
Just pick someone else in the crowd, and I watched it for you.
That's good.
Might have to watch it now.
It is really good. If you like the original, it's basically a remake of the original. So if you like the original one from like the 1960s, 1970s, it's a remake by the same
But they're doing another one?
production company that's just modernized.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So the graphics are good. I mean, it won an Oscar for its graphics.
Well, that
So I
says
mean,
a lot.
it was a good distraction in December when I needed a distraction. You leave props and you're like, let's go midnight movie.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so let's get back to where we were at here. Let's
I don't
segue
really know
out
where
of
we
this.
were.
We were segueing.
What were we talking about? The
Drill was the last thing.
drill.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the last.
I
Main
forgot what I was going to ask you next. I didn't write anything down this time. I probably should have.
Eh,
All right, so we've covered
cheating.
favorite song. We've covered favorite suit. We covered favorite parade.
Yeah.
We talked about him being drill director. We talked about him being
checklist.
a Barry player,
Barry.
where he came from.
What's the when you're the pink thing?
the mouthpiece?
Yeah, why is it pink?
All right, so that's a new mouthpiece I just got not too long ago. I'm still working with it to try and find the best sound out of it. It's 3D printed using German plastic, which is very similar to hard rubber. So I like hard rubber mouthpieces or metal mouthpieces because of
German plastic.
projection. Yeah,
Is it German plastic because it was made in Germany?
yeah. Well, that was actually made. That was made in Switzerland. But
Got the plastic from Germany.
they used the plastic from Germany. It's
What the hell is different? What's
It's
the
a
difference?
harder composite.
Okay.
It's a different compound.
Yeah, and it's more similar to hard rubber, so it has that fullness, it has the projection. It's a custom baffle. The way the inside is cut, so it projects more. It's a little louder, or you can get one that's a little more wide open, so it gets a little bit more full, warm. That's usually when I play my altos. Got a bigger opening, so it's a little bit fuller, like a Dexter Gordon style jazz. So it's a little bit not as punchy, but still full. This one is more punchy.
What kind of reed is it?
I have a carbon fiber reed. That's what I use.
Okay.
So it's a carbon.
Yeah, I think
reed.
Tim uses carbon fiber too. They
No.
last. They last a pretty.
They last forever. Any synthetic.
Is that
reed-
the only difference? Is there a sound difference, or is it
Yes. Well, for the reed wise or for the
for the
mouthpiece?
reed?
All right. So yeah. So the reed is just more consistent. Less flexibility. Wood. Sometimes you have a variety in what's good. Like you could buy a box of 10 and have one good reed, and you go through them, and just because some of the
Just the
wood
way
is
they're-
not cut. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of the
yeah.
edges are off.
More likely to chip too.
Yeah. And
So,
it's-
so these are more consistent, or they're all
yeah, more consistent. Yeah, you don't have to worry
there's
about
no
trimming.
really bad ones.
No, I've not found any, and I've had this one for quite a while. The Barry one I play on, I've had for years, and I don't have to ever change it. I clean it after I
That's
use
carbon.
it.
That's carbon fiber.
It's carbon fiber too, but I use the metal on the Barry just because I need that fuller,
Yeah.
punchier sound.
Now, I don't know anything about mouthpieces, so I'm going to ask you a question. If it comes off as stupid, I'm sorry. You said it's like a hard rubber. Are you talking like hard rubber, like a hockey puck hard rubber? Or?
Yeah, similar,
Okay.
very similar.
No problem. I'm just like I have no idea. Mm-hmm. I know there's all different materials, so I was curious. I was just curious when you said hard rubber if that's what you meant, like a hockey puck.
Yeah, the composite. It's very similar to that. It's obviously cut with a hole through the middle.
Oh yeah. No,
So
I know it's not the
Yeah.
same. I'm just talking like material wise, hardness wise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And that helps with the rigidity of the sound, that has to center the sound. So that's why the hard rubber is better than plastic, but this is in between both of them
okay.
because it's German plastic
Okay.
from Switzerland. The reed is from Germany, so it's a very German thing here. that horn's from France.
Oh, okay. So European.
Peeing something. Hey, it's a beautiful horn, and the mouthpiece is different, and it just stands out. It pops a little bit. So
And I don't normally have the tenor here. I always have
no,
the
I know.
Barry.
You
Yeah.
bring your Barry with you.
But I didn't bring the Barry down because of the shortened practice and so forth.
Yeah.
This was just a little bit easier.
Yeah, the size
Fits a
of it.
little easier in your vehicle.
This is my least favorite saxophone, but I have to try and make it one that I like more because of now the new rock band I'm playing in.
Oh, okay.
I
You'll get
have
more
to-
use out of it.
Yeah, I have to get more familiar with the horn itself. It's just the neck, the way it is. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the short neck from an alto or the curved setup from the Barry. Just the way it fits in my hands, fits in my mouth. I don't have to like stretch or move. This one I'm still finding where I'm comfortable on.
Yeah.
So I got to play it more.
Is there a strain on your neck with the Barry more? Or?
With the weight and so forth? No, not too much because you're more strain on your thumb because that's your balance.
Oh, okay.
So you have your thumb hook,
that
and that's what you're holding it up on.
Yeah.
This is not much weight. You don't feel too much on your neck. The bass, you did. Well, you felt it on your back because they had this big harness.
Well,
that
you,
big
you're
harness.
wearing it, basically.
Yeah. You
And
got
that thing,
strapped in.
When you move, that thing moves with you, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Great design.
Until it broke.
Till it broke. And then I had to fix it. I spent a lot of money to fix it,
And then
only to play it once. But I fixed it for them.
yeah.
We'll leave that where that's at.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It was an honor to play that instrument, just its background and everything too. A lot of people.
Well, like you
through
say, you
that.
never played before.
Yeah, and that.
Well, that and the history of the instrument that we were playing too.
Yeah.
The amount of praise that instrument has seen over the years.
Just to be part of somebody to share some spit in that horn, that was cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's
That was awesome.
Yeah.
crusties in there, and
And that worth every penny too.
Yeah. Hey, it's basically playing a piece of history.
Yeah, certainly, and that
Yeah.
made it very special.
Yeah.
To me, as a player and so forth. All my horns are my horns.
Yes.
And I have quite a few, but I only play on quite a few of the quite a few I have, just because those are what I'm so used to,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that was just nice to have that bass to play because what a killer horn!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you could feel that then, like
Oh yeah.
when you played it, like you felt it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I felt it.
Oh, we felt it too.
Oh yeah, obviously you felt it, but like the whole band feels it.
That's the nice thing. Now we have a nice bottom section. Now.
Yeah, sure.
With adding
Bass
Mike in there
fiddle
with the bass
sounds
fiddle, that bass
fantastic.
Mike can play bass fiddle.
He's only getting better. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. It's, like I said, again, with him, it's definitely noticeable when he's not here. Any bottom.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I think the two things that bring the band together is the bottom section and the bells.
And the bells, yeah, because
it fills the sound. It fills.
It just
the whole
brings
sound.
it all together.
Well, you end up creating the entire chord when everybody's playing because
Because
everybody's
if-
playing a note, and the combination of all the notes will make it give it a fuller sound.
musically.
Yeah. Because if you don't have one with the other, it just, something's off.
Sure.
And it's, from being out in front of the band, it's definitely
Oh yeah, you
noticeable.
You guys can hear a lot up in the front.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times we play a song and I look at him, I said, something's off.
Yeah. Well, we'll sit there and we'll look, and
Yeah,
I'll
I'm like,
just
I can tell within the first couple bars being played if something's not right.
Well, how cool is it that you could take one person, move them,
And then-
move somebody else, and it's like boom, night and day.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
And I do it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll see me sit there. I mean, you watch everything. You know that whenever we line up, because we'll sit there and like, all right, I need to hear my band. One, I need to get the little goosebumps. It's I don't know. I don't think if I ever get to the point where I don't get goosebumps before I lead the band down the street, I don't know if I really want to do it anymore after that. But I always enjoy having those goosebumps because it's just it's so cool. And then just being out front is so cool with that. But it's just, but you're 100% right. I mean, we've done it before where we've lined up and it's nothing against anybody, but sometimes you'll line up and you'll play, you'll start walking and it sounds different.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then we've done that a few times where we've gone a block down and like, hey, you two swap.
And then,
Yeah.
it's
And then it
effective.
balances right out.
And then it works.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And it helps out. Like, and I can always tell, especially going from left to right. When I'm going left and right, I'm smiling, going forward, entertaining with the crowd. I'm listening at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a different. It's different, and then I'll make the changes accordingly, and it works out, and it's not to hurt anybody's feeling. It's just give the best.
Right. Well, you guys hear everything in the front. We're projecting
Everything's
that way.
projecting forward. So the blend is nice. So it's a nice thing to have.
I think you need a whistle.
I don't know. After New Year's, I was gonna get a hook for you.
I love my New Year's whistle.
Yeah.
I only take it out for a couple months a year.
Yeah.
But it's needed sometimes.
I was half. I still have my ref whistle.
Yeah, you can put
I
it
can
on
just
your
put.
finger.
It's the ones that slide right on your finger.
And they're loud as anything.
Oh yeah.
You should bring that and whistle sometimes.
Well, your whistles isn't your whistle like bright red, bright
Orange.
green, orange?
Yeah.
It's that color.
It's that color.
yeah. Oh, it's brighter than that.
Is it from Is it German plastic made in Switzerland?
It's probably Chinese.
3D printed too?
I think it's Malaysian.
Malaysian.
Malaysian?
It didn't get lost?
No, they,
All right.
they have good plastic down there too.
That's a joke.
It's actually a metal one with a rubber coating on it.
Oh, official.
Yeah, so just because the metal one's in the cold weather.
You don't want to bite that down on that.
Yeah, or chip your teeth.
Teats.
Yeah. Well, that's mine.
They said a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, my ref. I can always pull that out.
Might be an idea, Pat. Might be an idea.
Might be.
I
idea.
know. We just sometimes it can come off as. I guess we have some trauma from previous.
Understandable.
Yeah, but anyhow.
It has to be used. Previous music. Yeah, we just have to have the right music director use it.
All right, ready? Shirt. Just.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we got to adjust
Another
again.
one.
There we go.
Here you go, Mark. Here you go, Crash. Here's some more.
Couple more for you.
Yeah, that too.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
So New Year's Day, we get into the city, and you get off the bus. What's your experience? What are you feeling at that moment?
That's it's a really cool energy because when you're coming in, you're seeing everybody walk around loving that you're driving in a big bus.
Yeah.
Getting off the bus, that's your spot. Seeing all the other bands there, just hearing all the tunes going through. It's a great experience that it's hard to kind of discuss because everybody feels differently.
Yeah.
But they're all feeling it for the same reason.
You have to everything. Everybody's having the same experience, but experiencing a little differently.
Yeah, 100%. Every year we do it, it just gets better and better. And that progress is going to be awesome when you can't do it anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome. It's we're getting better. What is your favorite part of New Year's Day?
When it's over.
No. That's not a bad
That's a
answer.
pretty good part.
It's not a bad answer. But when you say when it's over, are you talking when the performance is over at the judging stand, or when we get back on the bus and come here?
No, when all the preparations are over.
Okay.
That way I can relax and I can prepare for the show.
So literally, just when you see the lights and nothing in front.
Oh yeah.
So now
That's the same spot where I feel
now you're the
total peace.
now all you are is a playing member.
It's magical when you just get you see the building there, you see the lights, and you're the next one up, and you're just ready to go. That gives me goosebumps. That every year it's the same. Not that I'm gonna feel nervous or anything like that because I'm well prepared.
Yeah.
And to distinguish between being well prepared and being frightened because you're not prepared, I always have to be on that end to be well prepared. We do enough of the preparations that should come secondhand.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, for you, it's got to be I don't know what the right wordage is, but you got to be okay, I did the best I could with this drill. Now, what's going to be presented is my brainchild. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I know you probably are like that. Head coach, we just want to, let's go out there and do it. Let's do it the best we possibly can.
That's it, yeah. The prayer before we go is the wonderful thing.
Yeah.
When I'm there, I'm not going to lie, I get nervous just because I want everybody else to get their parts and do their stuff. So that does trip me up a little bit, but it doesn't
I think that's for someone if you put the show together like this, then I think that's kind of a normal thing.
Yeah, and I just try not to let it impact my performance.
No.
Because I want to leave 100% on the street.
Yeah.
And then when you see it, when you come back, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, when we watch it on the bus coming
Yep.
back, that's the best.
And
We're
just,
pulling it up on the bus on the phone on the way back. That's so cool. Getting to see
you hear
that.
them saying there's certain things, and they kind of get what you're going at. But just they highlight certain parts where you knew that those spots were going to be highlights.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, you're talking about the commentators on TV and all that?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the commentators get information from all of us, so we're able to give them direction on where we want them to look and what we want to see. So it's always good there. And through our write-ups and stuff like that, that works out good. But no, New Year's Day, we're the next band. Nobody's in front of us. I
Yeah.
feel the most at peace.
Yeah, certainly.
And I feel the best. And as long as we don't stand there for 20 minutes, our casino year, I was hyped. I was hyped. I was ready to go.
Because there was a commercial right in front of us, right?
We had a commercial, and then they were also getting ready for this. We were the first string band, so they were getting ready. They had
that's
the
right.
lead in and all
That's
that other
right.
stuff there,
That's right.
and it is what it is. I mean, it's not like it was not like it was anything on purpose. It was just we were all set. We were all ready to go. And we had to wait for TV to be ready to go.
Yeah, well,
because,
Yeah.
we don't want to do all that work and then not be on TV.
Right.
So it's more important that TV is ready, knowing that we're ready, so that way all we got to do is execute.
Yeah.
And I just remembered being super hyped. I was getting
You just want to kind of get it going.
I was, as we were sitting there waiting, I just remember going around hyping the crowd up, getting the crowd trying to hype up, and just moving around, and I was jumping up and down. I was jumping up because I was dead center again. You like sticking me dead center.
Well,
Of course.
You like sticking me dead center between the entire pit band.
That's right.
Now,
Exposure.
yeah.
That's-
Like I said, for me, that's the performance is always a blur. Mm-hmm. I don't, how is it for you?
Same.
Does it?
Same.
But like somehow,
Whoa, we keeping you up. We keeping you up. Whoa. That's for Neil. Whoa.
No, I want the yawn and my jaw locked.
Okay.
I swear, all I had was a Sunny D. I swear. I didn't even have coffee. See, I usually get a coffee. That's the problem. I
Yeah.
didn't get a coffee tonight.
Coffee with all the milk. So like,
It's definitely a blur.
yeah.
And
Somehow I just do the right steps and get through it.
Muscle memory.
autopilot.
And it doesn't really, life doesn't snap back into me until we're starting to turn around the corner. I'm like, oh, we just did that.
Yeah.
So I really can't remember much of any performances just because it goes like that.
in those 4 minutes.
Yeah. Although I do remember this year looking up at the clock. I'm thinking, okay, let's go. We got to get done soon.
Well, the clock's a different issue altogether.
Well,
but that's that has been rectified.
but that
scared me as well.
I do know, like, at least once or twice a performance, I do look over at the clock just to see where we are. Not that, I can really do anything about it, but
No, see, but you're 100% right.
it's
'cause
not just this year,
No, and I do the same thing, and I'll look at the clock, and it's not that I look at the clock for any other reason than I know where we're at. It's one of those things that, like, because especially with me, especially with going in and out, coming in and back, the volume changes. So I sometimes lose my music cues, and I remember enough of the music to know, especially I'll sit there, especially when we're working through the music, and I time us, and I watch the time. So when I'm listening for music, I know where the time mark is.
Helpful.
And that's me. It's all me mentally, and I do it. I mean, we do it. I do it from September on. So I'm always remembering where songs are or where approximately they're at, and it really helped out this year to make it a little bit more consistent. Whether you guys know this or not, Brandon has it written on had a chart
Oh, yeah?
of each because of all the different styles.
Sure.
He had a checklist on his drum.
It's smart.
And he actually, because he can see the clock too. I'm guaranteeing he's watching the clock. My cell phone's muted.
So is mine.
Okay.
I heard it too.
Maybe it's a fire phone or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I heard it too. But it sounded like it came from over there. But
I don't have nothing over there.
I don't know. But anyway, but like Brandon had it. Brandon was working the music where he knew
timing
wise where we were.
transitions.
So it helps. It actually helped me even more this year,
That's good.
especially when I'm moving around and I can see the clock. I used it as basic idea where we're at.
Yeah, sure.
Might not be perfect, but I'm within a couple beats of where I need to be. And that's usually enough, especially when, as captain, I'm the only one moving. So if I'm a second early or second late, no one knows but me.
A bit out there.
No one knows it's but me,
Now-
it's easy when it's one person.
Now, do you go back and, well, I know you go back and look at the performance, but do you go back and kind of analyze it and be like, okay, we could have done it different here, and maybe, try something different in the next year, just from those notes, maybe?
Sometimes, sometimes viewing, you get critical about what you've done. And a lot of times that picture's not presented in the way it should be, or it was designed or thought about. I don't carry one over to the next, because I know the next is going to be completely different than the previous. So that when it's done, that book's closed, that book's put away.
Do you listen to the judges' recordings?
I didn't this year. I didn't get them. So, or I didn't know how to get them, but I don't know.
I can get them for
I didn't
you.
this year because I didn't have them. But
Yeah.
in years past, yes. And
I will make sure if you don't have, I'll show you how to pull them up. If you don't have them, then I'll make sure you get them.
okay,
It's the same way you pulled them up the year before.
that was a long time.
He's got a lot. He's doing a lot.
He's in a rock band now.
He's busy. He's a busy
He's
bee.
a rock star. Rock stars don't listen to what people say. There you go.
Sue, he's lying.
I didn't say the wife. That's a completely different story. I'm not even touching that one.
She's also a musician, right?
Yes, she's a very, very talented musician. Yes, and she's very busy with her musical career. A lot of gigs, and she does it all.
She's in a band.
Solo, duo.
Okay.
Sometimes she'll fill in with a band. She doesn't have a band now, not for the past few years. But a large part of her past was with wedding bands and so forth.
Now, does she sing or does she play an instrument?
Piano and singing. She's classically trained vocally.
Oh.
So she sings in church and does all that stuff. But she uses that talent as well for the rock music, whatnot. But she plays sax. She plays clarinet. She plays a bunch of other instruments too. No stringed instruments. No chordal instruments either, other than the piano.
No piano.
And that's a string too.
Ivory.
She does that all the time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Keeps
definitely.
everybody busy.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Gives you an opportunity to go do your stuff with your multiple bands and things like that, and it gets you.
And we both appreciate music, which
Yes.
is awesome. And just from my father bringing us up that way and coming from a musical family, it's nice to extend that family and, have that as a large part as well.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Very cool. So, did we touch on anything? Did we miss anything? Hold on, check your notes.
You're also a huge Eagles fan.
I am. I love the Eagles.
You
Go
love
Birds.
the Eagles. Go
Yes.
Birds.
Go Birds. Bleed green.
Now,
I'm a 3 for 4 though.
I love you, but the only thing I don't love about you.
Go Mets.
So how does it feel knowing that the Mets are like 30 games out by now?
We're used to that.
Yeah.
My entire
I
team
saw
stinks.
I saw one of those memes that someone asked someone coming at Citi Field. They go, "So what's the worst part about being a Mets fan?" And they said, March to September.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And they said it's the best part about it is it builds character.
But
'cause
we've
you're
had,
always losing.
Phillies fan, I mean,
Listen, the
it's
Phillies.
all ups and downs.
there's a lot of disappointment there, too.
How many years have the Phillies been in existence? What, 100 and some, whatever it is? This is
1883 or something?
1883. So what you're talking
Right.
what?
Athletics.
160 years,
Athletics.
roughly. I could be off by my math if it's
Yeah.
83. Whatever it is, 140. It's probably whatever.
124?
Yeah,
152?
over 100 years, and this is only the 8th time.
I'm getting nervous. I can't do my math.
This is only the 18th time they've had this type of start.
Which is phenomenal.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
Any team that does this is amazing.
Agree.
And we have to cherish it, but we still get so mad when they lose.
Yeah,
They've only
that.
lost a handful of times.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of baseball, no matter what.
Yeah.
My team is the Mets, but I'll root anybody on just for a good game.
And you still end up at Phillies game wearing Phillies gear.
No, neutral gear. Neutral gear.
Red. He'll at least wear
He'll
red.
wear red, but he won't wear Philly.
Or I'll wear an MLB hat.
Okay.
Now, your wife's a Philly fan?
She's a 4 for 4, yes. I'm only a 3 for 4. So Sixers, Flyers as well.
It was fun at that Eagles game we went to.
Yes,
Well, we tailgated before and tailgated
It
after.
was freezing,
it was.
but that was a good time.
There was enough salt in that stadium. The freaking
Oh my goodness.
so that stadium was preserved.
And the fact of the
forever.
matter that we weren't even planning on going, like your little Pat was.
That was awesome.
Oh, well, let's just get tickets because it was like the last game before the playoffs, and they were like playing the Cowboys. I think they lost or whatever, but
Well, both teams were in the playoffs.
Both teams in the
this was what
playoffs.
this was. Not last year.
year before maybe.
Year before.
Yeah.
It was the year before. No, the year before the Super Bowl run. It was a year before the Super Bowl run a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. So I remember that because we went to Mom's like we always do for dinner, and Pat just turned 21, and because he just turned 21 before New Year's, and I'm like, my thought was, where do you want to go to watch the game? Because I don't really want to go home and watch the game. I'm figuring, hey, let's go.
Yeah, he
to the
went
bar.
on, like-
Let's go to the bar, and next thing I know, we're sitting there eating pizza at my mom's at halftime of the game before on the Saturday afternoon game. Hey, for $200, we can get 3 tickets to go to see the sale.
Perfect.
And I think I looked at Alex.
I'm like, yeah.
Alex was like, yeah. And I'm like, order them up. And then we like,
I was like, I don't have a jacket, and then he gave me his one heavy jacket.
yeah, we went back to my place, grabbed the jacket, and then we were there.
Good thing I had my boots on, my leather boots, and I was good. I was.
We got
I was
there.
warm.
Took forever to park. We parked over in next to Citizen Bank Park.
Yeah.
And we wedged ourselves in there because it was, shoehorned in. And we came over. We found you.
You guys were already.
You guys were
already started.
Tuned up
You
a
guys
little.
were already well
happens.
lubricated.
That happens.
We joined you, and then
to get warm.
and then the game started, and we go, "Hey, let's go inside."
What concept?
But you were also parked like 2 rows over from the entrance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you had like VIP parking or something.
Yes.
So you were like right there. So it wasn't like we had to walk like a half mile.
How many games do you usually go to?
The tickets are a little expensive these days.
Well.
At some points, but it's good to get a good deal. We try to go to at least 2 to 3 a year.
Okay, I know. Like 1 year, you were going like almost every home game.
Those were good times.
I bet.
I understand.
Well,
Pre-COVID, there was a lot of more good
Yeah.
times.
And my cousin Billy was a season ticket holder, so he would always be generous enough to provide us with some. Not a lot, because he's also shared with his sisters, my cousins, whatnot. He's since passed away, and he no longer has the tickets. And his son Will, he didn't carry over the seats because it's expensive for that.
Oh yeah.
They were club seat levels, so cousin Billy was a huge diehard Eagle fan, and so he'll be missed as well.
Yeah, when you bleed green, you bleed green. It is where it is.
That's it.
So, but no, we had a good time. I remember going to the game, and then we came back and we finished off what beers were left, and then we turned around and realized the parking lot was empty. We probably should leave.
That'll happen.
Yeah, I think the security was kicking everybody out.
Yeah, security was coming around. What are you guys doing? We're waiting for the traffic to disappear. Oh, okay, see you guys.
And it's like my southern family in the Lacey Township, Forked River area. They're all the Eagles fans, but the majority of my family is up north, so they're all Giants fans.
Giant, okay.
So
No, we can't help that. That is
Yeah,
weird.
so I kind of
Makes it
relate
fun.
more to the Layton family.
Yeah.
And the South Jersey side, and they're all the Eagle fans.
So what's
Kim, Kelly, Carrie, all them.
I don't know if this is a correct question for you, but I always wanted to ask, like a Giant fan or a Jets fan, like what makes you a Jets fan and not a Giant, or because they're playing the same damn building. I don't understand. Do you understand that?
Isn't it Jets fans, Yankee fans?
Other way.
It's the other way. Jets fans are Mets fans.
Jets, Mets, Nets, and Knicks. All right, Devils, Nets, Mets, and Jets. Giants, Yankees, Rangers, and Knicks. Those are like the four. Generally, that's how the majority of the people up there in the metropolitan area go towards. So you'll
Well,
find,
you know what? It's a good problem to have, I guess, if you have 8 sport teams within
yeah, such a big market.
15 minutes of each other.
Such a big market
Yeah.
in that way.
Well, it's New York too, so
And the fans resemble the team to some degree. So
explain that.
We have the obnoxious Giants.
Well, I
fans.
mean, that's
They
good for
fit
you
the
being a Mets
obnoxious
fan. You
fans.
can always just bleed green either way.
That's right. I do appreciate a good ball game.
Yes.
We'll go back to
the
that.
Mets aren't green. What are you talking about?
He's a Mets fan, which makes him a Jets fan.
Jets
Jets are green.
Okay.
Eagles are green. You picked
Well,
up on
Aaron
that, right?
Rodgers.
Jets fly, Eagles fly.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles fly.
Aaron Rodgers, he's
Yeah.
a good.
I was torn when that happened because I want to see him play. I want to see him on the field and just see
He
what he
did
can
great
do
in
for
those
them.
4 plays.
It's such a shame.
Then he sat down.
It's a shame.
It's a shame he has to play on that field.
Right. Well, yeah, it's a killer field.
Field just takes people's out all the time. It's so sad.
That's why it's nice to have Saquon on the Eagles.
Yeah.
So he ain't gonna get injured and he'll
No,
run all over everybody.
don't even no. No, it's excitement.
Yeah, definitely.
We've come to the end.
The end of the. Just kidding.
And in the end, I just want to address the armadillo. Do you want to explain the armadillo factor?
So those who know.
Okay.
It's the armadillo. If you don't know, I'm gonna try and teach you. The armadillo is a code word that we have to state in a yelling format whenever we feel like we need to communicate. So we do the armadillo cheer. I'm going to do the armadillo cheer for you now. Armadillo.
Oh.
It worked. It worked.
Armadillo.
There it is.
There it is.
Now you know.
Yeah. So he'll say it, or I'll say. And usually you're in the back. You're always in the back,
Yeah, generally.
and I'm up front. And I don't know I don't even know how that started, but it just became a thing. And then this past New Year's, I brought this armadillo, and they made everybody pet it for good luck, and didn't really bring us luck, but it was still. I'll bring it next New Year's for it's kind of like an unofficial
mascot.
I guess.
I hope I get enough sleep next year so I can remember that. I don't remember. I
was like,
I don't remember the armadillo at all.
No, I said pet the armadillo. Everybody's like, what? And then everybody did it. I don't know.
I have no idea because I don't. I
said, here, pet the armadillo.
This past year was such a blur.
Maybe they didn't believe in the armadillo.
You got to believe in the armadillo.
The power of the armadillo. Thank you, armadillo.
Almighty armadillo, we bow down to the armadillo. We should get Ryan to like make up a song called Armadillo, and that'd be our theme song. Like Uptown.
The armadillo.
Like Uptown has their.
Get to it, Ryan.
Hey, I did not mention them this time. This
No.
is too far this time.
Yeah. There's another drinking game.
Yeah, that's another drinking game.
What is that?
How many times we say Uptown on this? Because we like.
Yeah, we say it all the time. It just happens to do. But apparently, the Uptown. There's another group that has drinking game with the pulling here, so that's okay too. I enjoy it. I think it's hilarious.
Are they drinking now?
I don't know if it's all. I think
No,
it's just his pool.
it's just me.
But you know,
It's just me. It's every time I pull this, which probably adds up to about 100, 150. So if anybody makes it through the whole podcast still standing, I will be proud of them.
Challenge accepted.
I like to think they're all watching on a big screen TV.
Oh, if it's
after practice, and they're like, "Oh, there it is," and then everybody takes a shot. Oh, there's it. Oh, there's another one.
I hope it's on the same screen that they play all the old string band performances. Right, sit at that bar and do it.
Perfect.
Might have to join them one time.
You may have to entertain them a little.
Hey, there it is.
I might have to. Definitely get a designated driver because I don't think I'll make it home.
Well, if not, download Uber.
That's right.
You can always download Uber.
Or yell Armadillo.
Armadillo, and then Armadillo will show
I
up.
need to get there and get back because I want my truck when I come back. It might not be there when I come back.
That's true.
So, but no, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all in fun.
Yes.
It's fun. So
It's a fundamillo
fun to mellow.
from Pat Tummillo.
The Armadillo and Pat Tummillo. There's something there.
Yeah. You should be there for Halloween.
An armadillo?
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
We could probably make a suit or something.
Sure. Easy.
Yeah, I just want to see you squat down and roll up in the ball.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you got to have like little hairs too.
Okay. A little tail.
And salmonella. Don't they have salmonella? Like, I don't know, some sort of disease.
We're gonna get messages from people telling us about
Anyhow,
animals.
Do armadillos have salmonella?
on the next episode, we will let you know. All right, Pat.
All right, Pat. Thank you very much for coming up and joining us.
Thanks for the your 2-hour ride.
Thank you.
I hope we made
Appreciate
this
you.
hour plus worthwhile.
Always.
So
Yeah.
we always enjoy having you around. You're the life of the party.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, stop, jeez.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop.
I think by the time this one comes out, it'll be past 4th of July, possibly. I think. I don't know.
It'll be warmer.
What do we have coming up, gentlemen?
What do we have coming up? Well, this weekend, I mean, for continuity reasons, this is going to be weird, but the luau was awesome, wasn't it? Wasn't the luau awesome?
Man, what a wild wood days.
Weather.
Perfect weather.
Perfect weather with the luau.
Low humidity, nice warm sun.
And how about that 360 camera guy?
Oh, killer.
That 360 camera was amazing.
Yeah.
That guy who did that, he did a great job. But no, it was. Hopefully, it's a great event and everything worked out good with it. I really do. I really hope it all worked out.
Me too.
I really, really do.
So, anyhow,
It should be exciting.
thank you again.
Thank you.
Appreciate you wanting.
Thank you.
Appreciate you wanting to come on. Surround sound.
Yes. It's nice to have this planning in a month in advance
Yeah.
when we first talked. Because then work, you know?
Yeah.
Gives me a day off from work.
Well, we greatly appreciate you coming up.
Yeah.
We love when you
Greatly
back-
appreciate you in general with everything that you do for the band, and
You do put a lot of effort
It's,
in, and the commitment to drive down
doesn't go unnoticed.
doesn't go unnoticed. And like I said, with doing that parade earlier this year, the band has a new understanding of what your commitment level to this band is, and it's greatly appreciated.
Do it for the family. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's all the family.
it's all the family.
On that note, like, subscribe, notification button, and all that. Like our Facebook, Instagram. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
Armadillo.